Okay, I've been getting a ton of questions about the legality of the searches by the National Guard and the NYPD within the subways in New York City. I'm Eliza Orlins, career public defender here in Manhattan for the last 14 years. And all right, in the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna lay out the legality of the searches, when you can and can't refuse, and what you should say and do if you're confronted by the police or the National Guard in the subways in New York City. Now, first and foremost, while I wish it weren't the case, there is a kind of administrative or special needs exception that they are allowed to search you as you are entering the subway. Although it's not actually justified, this justification of public safety, preventing crime, preventing terrorism, etc., has been legally accepted. However, you never have to agree to have your bag searched in the subway. Now, I'm not saying that means you can just go on your merry way and enter the subway as you had planned. You can turn around and leave, you can opt out, but you don't have to agree to a search of your bag. If you refuse a search and then they start asking you additional questions, you should not answer those questions, especially if they're pointed questions, especially if they're targeted towards anything that could be conceived of as a criminal investigation. You should just say, am I free to leave? And if they say you are not free to leave, then you need to stop answering questions immediately and ask for a lawyer. Another thing that's extremely important to know is that the search that they are permitted to do is one as you are entering the subway, as you are going into the turnstiles. Once you are already within the subway, you do not have to consent to a search. They should not be subjecting you to random searches. And, that is not part of this kind of exception. Now, not to say that they won't do it, but also you should know that these searches are supposed to be for weapons or explosive devices or anything of that nature, and not for drugs or other contraband. Not saying that I can vouch for what they will and won't search for, but that's what, in theory, it's supposed to be for. As always, don't trust the cops. If you feel as though you're in a bad situation, just say, I don't want to speak to you. Am I free to leave? Try to walk away if possible. And I would say, do your research, find out where they are. I know that they are stationed at Grand Central, maybe also Times Square, and just go to a different station if you're concerned about the bag search. Stay safe out there. Don't antagonize anyone if you don't have to. And I'm gonna put up a little screenshot with the whole thing that I just laid out for everyone in case that's helpful and you wanna screenshot it. And also feel free to leave any other questions in the comments and like and follow for more. Thanks. Okay, here it is. Let me get out of the way. You never have to agree to a bag check. You can always opt to leave. If they're asking pointed questions, ask if you're free to leave. If they say no, don't answer any more questions. Say you'll only speak with a lawyer present. They can only search you beforehand, not on the platform of the trains, and they're supposed to be looking for weapons. Hope this is helpful.